also because you guys did just do a lot of wine tasting, you should be looking at the bitters. I am going to give you guys some samples of that too, so they can sober up.
Can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
Because I know Jill said that the B12 is vegan, and I wonder then where's the source of it? Because
I would honestly have to look, and I can let you guys know the exact source.
Because I know a lot of vegans will probably ask where the B12 source from.
I'm almost positive that it's a synthetic version, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what most vegans are.
Yeah, so the only product, just so you know, we only have one product that's not vegan.
Yeah.
Everything else is vegan, gluten-free, GMO-free, and we test every single batch, every single ingredient that comes into our facility. Okay,
Cool, thank you.
Anybody else have any other questions, or is everybody holding under their tongue? Can't talk, right? Let's give them some bitters, and I think we're going to be done after that. And you guys are more, is anybody interested in checking out this booklet right now and like passing it around? Because there's like,
I'll look at it.
yeah, there's a lot of information. Like you can see the CBD, and then also we have research on the B12.
Do you guys have a website?
We do. All of that is going to be on here.
I just need to figure out who to I know I'm like, yeah. I would love to, if I can, if I do some get you on the side, right?
There's a kitty lady.
You're welcome.
We love kitties and ladies.
You got my man?
B12?
No, this is bitters. Oh, bitters, sir.
I know, it's like Christmas morning.
This B12 is what that has.
So hemp oil and CBD oil interchangeably, but hemp oil means the use more than just CBD.
Call it CBD, even if it's just hemp. Like we get that all the time, but in reality, the real name of the product is
Can you pass?
and it needs a low test source. That's so important. People care about that a lot, right? We care about it as well. So that's just important to know. And it's the full spectrum, bioavailable hemp oil. Colorado.
By full spectrum, so you mean it has like CBD?
CBG. It even does have THC, but I mean like small THC. But that's also why it's synergistic. That's
Are you guys out tomorrow night?
Yeah, we're the dream team. I just named
He
it.
said even though it's hemp oil.
But actually, Stefan has to apply more of so technically we're not.
Stefan is going to be one of the Friday night bartenders, which is
spectrum of hemp versus only CBD.
who's on
You know what I mean?
You're not?
Oh, I think I am. I am.
Oh yeah, you're okay.
Me and Tyler, right?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, good.
I'm here Friday, Sunday.
Yeah, the bitters, just so you know the other products,
are
I don't want to
people calling
confuse
for
you guys because
reservations
you're not
for
selling the bitters and the other products right now, but just so you know, the bitters is great for your liver and also very tasty in beverages. Very tasty in beverages. If you've ever had Angostura, that's bitters. But this is an herbal bitters.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
Yep, they're very bitter. Yeah, they're
Gallbladder is love of bitter.
good for your liver, good for your gallbladder, good for your kidney.
Stimulates the bile. It's like I have gallbladder. This was so research. Okay. Yeah.
The other two products you guys have, Thrivogen is an adrenal adaptogen for women, and Nano Mojo is the adrenal adaptogen for men. Women and men can take both. It is fine. It just depends on which your preference is. But they're both wonderful adrenal adaptogens. If you look on kind of the bottles, and when you look in the catalog, you'll see the beautiful herbal blend that's in these adaptogenic herbs. It's great. There's like ashwagandha and gentian and all these awesome stuff. And they're all liposomal, so that really high uptake. So just simply put, bitters for your liver, your gallbladder flow, Thrivogen and Nano Mojo are adrenal adaptogens. I don't want to confuse Thrivogen and Nano Mojo.
Too many charts.
Yeah, it's a lot of science there.
It totally depends on what you're doing. If you're focusing on detoxing, you want to up like the dosage really, really high for a lot of these. CBD, I've never heard of anybody taking too much of it, to be honest with you. We've never had any problems with it, other than, oh, I just fell asleep. Like, that's it.
These adaptogens, 5 pumps serving. 2
Yeah,
pumps.
for
So
those
this is
tiny
not-
bottles. Yeah, we sell bigger bottles, those are just a sample, so don't necessarily go off the dosage of what the bottle says when you get it.
The adaptogens.
Other full part, just to kind of show you how long it lasts in the body, like you were saying, we just got this research back from Japan. Glutathione is one of the supplements that most people use for detoxing, and it's one of the very widely known liposomal supplements, and also ones that they take through injection, through a shot. Most of the time, a shot's the only way to go to get it into the bloodstream. We just got research back from Japan, and you guys will have this, that it lasts, our glutathione lasts 6 hours in the bloodstream, longer and at a higher uptake than a shot, which is phenomenal. It's huge research that like we just came out with, so you can imagine it's gonna be all the same. So this is kind of the uptake of glutathione after 6 hours, depending on, and it'll tell you over here about the milligrams and things like that. But as far as how long it lasts in your system, probably 6 to 12 hours. It really depends on what supplement it is. B12, I'd probably say lasts between like, probably about 6 hours. So yeah, it lasts a while. CBD, personally for me, it lasts only about 3 to 4 hours. But other people, it can last longer, other people it lasts shorter. It also depends, like if you are a cannabis user in Boulder or in a legal state, it can vary. You know what I mean? Some people's metabolisms process it faster as well. So, all right, anything else for you guys? Perfect.
You guys have a website?
We do, yeah, it's on the back of the catalog. So you can research all of that. In that catalog is gonna be all of our products.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Amazing.
Thanks for having us.
That was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Servers and bartenders when they're ready.
Yeah.
Reservations start right at 5.
Servers, I still need some help, so let's rally.
So the one thing we're gonna do is just show you how it's served. So you guys can get really clear, the ones that didn't work last night. So we're gonna do it together because it gives him practice, you know? So we have it in big jars, and I also want to say too, with the CBD and the B12, like we got a bottle this big that was like $500. And so what we're doing with the CBD is there's no discounts for employees on CBD, no discounts for employees on B12, because it's just a lot of money. And we're serving the CBD for $6 a shot, and the B12 for $5 a shot. So it's not cheap. And that's why we want you guys to know how to sell it so that people understand what they're buying. And then that's why it's also not discounted like everything else is for you guys. So just understand that we're trying to support Quicksilver, support Shine, and all of that. But I really encourage you guys to try it because it's worth it. So we're gonna show you the CBD will most often be served in drinks unless otherwise specified. And that's just because it's kind of the cool trend right now, not here in Colorado, we're the first ones to do it, but like in California, they're starting to serve it in cocktails at bars, and that's the way we want to go with it, rather than putting it under the tongue. But some people that know the Quicksilver brand may ask for it on the side, and we're always okay with that. And we're always going to be measuring it out in syringes. So again, as she said, we're doing it in 2 milliliters. So this is what it's gonna look like when we're behind the bar, which is pretty cool because people will be sitting at the bar and they'll see us pull out the syringes.
So basically 2 milliliters is gonna be 2 full pumps of the syringe. So basically, just stick it in there, you're gonna do 1 full one, put it right. And we have little shot glasses too that we use that are back in the bar for it.
Yeah, so they'll be pretty glasses. They actually are the same shape, but just glass.
They're called communion cups. Did you say that?
No.
So that's what it's gonna look like. So at first, if someone sees it and they go, oh, you know, that doesn't really look like it's that much of a shot or whatever, that's when you go into detail about the milligram and how it affects them and how that's like the perfect dose for them.
And the bioavailability.
Yeah, exactly.
So again, like she said, it was 98% uptake. Like that's where we're going.
Another thing too, we're reusing these, so don't throw them out.
So we put them back into, did you put them somewhere?
Yeah.
Here. So we have 2 different ones because the B12 is red, so we just like to keep them separately because there might be like a little drip or so of And then the B12 will always be served on the side unless otherwise specified for a specific drink. For example, the Sorceress, which is going to be our potion of the season, will have a little bit in it. So just know, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. So most of the time the B12 will be served on the side, and that's when we want to tell them to keep it under their tongue for 30 seconds. And that dosage is actually smaller, but as you guys heard, it's the perfect dosage for people, and it's definitely energizing, so it's something good to tell people that it's energizing.
And this one's 0.5.
0.33. So it's 0.33 milliliters. And you know, they usually do it in a spray, and goes to show how little you need, but the fact that we're using the syringe just doesn't look like much, but it's plenty. I don't know if
Sorry.
0.33 of a milliliter, so it's like a third of a milliliter, you know?
Do you know how many like micrograms that would be? Or like milligrams?
Well, no, I don't, but we could ask her, but I want us to get used to talking in milliliters because
Okay.
that's volume, and that's what makes sense. Like, this is why Chris, that creates the products, does it this way, so like everyone keeps wanting to go back to the milligrams, and I think let's try to move forward, but I can ask.
I just feel like a lot of people will ask that. Like, how many milligrams is that? Because they know I would.
Yeah, it's just a question to ask.
It's like the common.
Yeah.
But I feel like it might be with the CBD a little more. Did she say the conversion for the CBD? She said it was 12, right?
12
So that was for
Yeah.
one, so we could do the math. I'll do the math and I'll let you guys know. But, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
correct.
Okay.
So if 1 milligram is 12, if 1
If
milliliter,
2
2 milliliters is 12, so
One is 6.
So let's just think about that for a minute.
But what's the one you like?
Trying to break it down to.
0.3?
0.33.
So if one is 6, then that's
So
like
it's a third of 6, basically, so it's 2.
2.5, 2.
A little over 2 milligrams.
Okay.
And she said not to go over 3, right?
Not to go over 3
Yeah.
milliliters.
On the B20.
Yeah. So sell it. I will also say, you know, you guys know that we didn't get our drink menus in. So, like as Jill said earlier, on those it's much more visible, which hopefully we'll have them by tomorrow. On the ones that are printed out on paper, unfortunately, it got really small on the bottom. So like last night, we sold maybe like 3 or 4, but when we get our new menus, we anticipate them selling a lot more and easier to sell, and people will see it on the menu. But tonight, it was a little bit of a bummer, and last night, like when we had it printed on regular paper, it just got like that big.
So when we're talking to like our return guests who have dined with us before, it would be a great time to tell them, oh, have you heard about, we're serving B12 and our CBDs.
Totally.
Because that's
And you guys feel it out just like everything else with the tables when they're really asking about what we're doing. It's a great time to talk about it, but I know there's Pika Boss and there's all sorts of stuff. So it's just like, I just think it's going to catch on and it's going to be like wildfire, but it's like we're not there yet, but we're going there. Definitely.
Okay, so should we break up and get ready because we have food in 20 minutes?
Okay.